Hello, and welcome to episode 10 of Reviews from the Crawl Space. Coming back after a bit of a hiatus, I'm Douglas.
I'm Vicky.
And here we are, back again with all new old albums. And this is really take two of this video. We've done it once already, and it didn't turn out well. You couldn't see us, it was too dark.
We're happy with the lighting, so we got some lights.
We got some cheapo small lights. We're going to start there and gradually work our way up. We're not getting paid for this, so we have to get little cheap things and try and pick at it. So anyways, we're going to do a little revamp, not a big change, but a little nip and tuck of our pattern, our system. So you guys at this point are probably familiar with our hows and whys of this whole thing. So,
and if you aren't, they're in the description below.
Boom, description. And while you're there, you might as well subscribe and click the bell.
Yes, click the bell and do all that stuff.
Do all that stuff.
Make some comments when you're...
comment. And we'll try and do a better job of making sure that we get to those comments in the future. But definitely. So lead the way.
All right. So today we are listening to three albums.
Okay. Well,
as usual.
As usual. Okay.
The first one is the original soundtrack of Legend.
Starring Tom Cruise, a unicorn, and an awesome Tim Curry.
The second one is the original London cast recording of a Vita.
Right there. So if you want the theater experience without going there and just want to hear, there it is.
And number three is the concert sound of Henri Mancini.
Kind of looking forward to this one.
Me too.
Yeah. There's our three.
This, the very first one is the Legend original soundtrack. And it was a Ridley Scott directed movie.
Yeah.
Featuring Tom Cruise, or Mia Sara, and Tim Curry. Can't read my own writing again.
Yeah, I was going to say, Tim Curry.
And the movie's about a young man who must stop the Lord of Darkness from both destroying daylight and marrying the woman he loves. Drama ensues, I'm sure.
Hilarity.
So the artists that are associated with this album are Brian Ferry. Brian Ferry is an English singer-songwriter, and he was the lead singer for Roxy Music, which I didn't realize before.
Right there. So this is work ID.
Yeah.
It's like, they go through all this effort of other, and they just gotta work his work ID. Just scan it, throw it down.
Yeah.
So
I am Brian Ferry.
Yeah.
And then the next artist that's associated with this album is John Anderson, a British-American singer-songwriter, former lead singer for the band Yes. Another thing I didn't know.
Yeah, we didn't know, and they didn't see fit to have his work ID on the back here.
Yeah. And the rest of the album can be attributed to Tangerine Dream,
Yes.
which we've reviewed them before, and just a refresher.
Just a quick,
they're a German electronic band founded in 1967, and they're considered pioneers in electronic music.
Mm-hmm. Like you said, we've had them on the show before. Good friends with them. Good friends of the show. And they will be in the future episodes of the show.
Yes, I'm sure. I was never really familiar with Tangerine Dream, but I must say they're almost everywhere. So, the song list for this album, this is one of the changes that we've made, where we used to just list the songs out and then go through and talk about, side A, side B. But this one we're going to kind of talk about the impressions of the albums as a whole, and kind of go through song by song.
If there's any songs worth listing. So, okay, first track on there
is called Is Your Love Strong Enough? And this is one of the only two songs on the album that have lyrics.
Yeah, that aren't instrumental. That they're just straight up singles, pop songs to sell on the album.
Yeah, and Brian Ferry does the vocals on this song.
Yeah.
Now, this song I remember hearing on the radio.
Yeah, most everybody, like after past a certain age, will have heard this on the radio at one point for sure.
Yeah. So yeah.
So we're gonna go through impression. It's just like, for me, there's, like you said, it's familiar, it's repetitive, it's a pop song. There's nothing particularly special about it. It's just there to anchor the album, because both these show up as the first song on each side. Everything else is this Tangerine Dream, so it's like there. And it's funny because I would listening to it now, this is kind of the hard thing with albums, but listening to it now, those would be songs that I would remove like on Spotify playlist or something. Those songs would be gone because they're just...
Yeah, and then just listen to the Tangerine Dream part. Yeah. And funny enough, the titles of the Tangerine Dream songs are things like Opening, Cottage, The Unicorn Theme, Goblins, Fairies.
So I think in this case, maybe what we'll have to do is we'll just kind of, and there's not much to talk about it. It's electronic ambient track that follows the themes, the fantasy themes and all that. Like, there's nothing really to talk about because it's really just a big block.
Yeah, and it's pretty much just background music, for the movie itself.
Yeah, exactly. It's ambient stuff. So in this case, it's not too much to talk about it. I like the... I like most of it, but the Goblins and Fairies section is kind of really kind of cool. So I kind of listened back through that. So yeah, anything that you want to add to that first side there?
No.
So yeah, because it's like you said, it's just the rest. Everything else is just essentially what's going on in the movie.
Exactly. Yeah. And then side 2, Loved by the Sun. It's the vocals by John Anderson, and he's the second contributor musically to this album. And then.
You weren't familiar with this song?
Not familiar with this song. Didn't hear it on the radio.
See, I was a little bit familiar. Maybe because I had seen the movie.
Maybe.
You had seen the movie, though.
I've only seen it once.
Okay.
That was a long time ago.
We meant to watch it. We watched a lot of stuff, and we meant to get to this one again before doing the review, but we just ran out of time.
Yeah. And the songs' names on this side are like Blue Room, The Dance, Darkness, The Kitchen, and Unicorn Theme Reprise. So, again, it just follows along musically with the album.
Where it is
or with the movie.
In the movie, yeah. So other than that first track. So yeah, once again, I enjoyed the stuff. Like, it's just stuff you put on in the background and you get rid of those 2 pop tracks, the singles or whatever, and it's just a block of cool ambient.
Yeah, and I agree with you that, both of us like this album and both of us like the movie. There's lots of flute and sound effects and, little magical things going on in the background, which, kind of speak to the movie. And
yeah, it's very thematic. It works really well that way, for sure. And yeah, like I said, I don't want to get into it because I just don't want to get into a review of the movie. Maybe we'll save that for a different episode one day.
Maybe, yeah.
We'll get into it. So anyways, so yeah, it's, what's next?
So yeah, I would listen to this album again because without those 2 songs. Like, I like I love Tangerine Dream, I'm discovering, and I would listen to the Tangerine Dream part of this album again.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to come across some other stuff of theirs, to see what else pops up.
Yeah, definitely. Producer. Is Your Love Strong Enough was produced by Brian Ferry and Rhett Davies. And Loved by the Sun is produced by David Tickle. I love that name.
You like that name, yeah.
And Tangerine Dream. And Tangerine Dream did... compose and perform all of
everything else.
The original stuff.
Yeah, other than the Brian Ferry song and the John Anderson song, everything else is Tangerine Dream. It's all theirs.
So the album art, it's awesome.
I'm trying to. Might have to block it out because I'm trying to do it without glare. But yeah, I love that. Color scheme. I'm almost a sucker for the black, red, white kind of stuff. Well, it's black and red, but Tim Curry, Satan there or whatever. He's always awesome. That makeup job right there won them an Oscar, right?
I'm not sure.
Oh, or at least was nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah, that surprised me.
I know it's just like a picture, some selling for the movie or whatever, but honestly, compared to some of the album covers that we've seen, it's just
this
terrible.
one's not as boring as most.
Now the back is a little boring, like you have Brian Ferry's work ID, and it's even got a little asterisk beside his name, so maybe it's not even Brian Ferry. It's like picture to be.
It's a Brian Ferry lookalike.
Lookalike, yeah, I couldn't afford him, and then just like production stills here and here, and yeah, so yeah.
And song titles.
And song titles. Yeah.
And movie credits.
Yeah, through the movie soundtrack. Yeah. So I mean, like I said, the front of it, like you were saying, when we were talking about before, would be like a good poster or something.
Yeah, I would. If I had a poster of that, I would definitely hang it in this room.
Yeah, for sure.
Because this is our music room.
It's our everything room.
Yeah.
Okay, so producer, we did that. What's next? Album art?
Nope, we've done that already.
Oh, yeah, we're good. Yeah,
we just finished that.
Well, I went through it all. I'm just going with the list. Condition, yeah. This one is in excellent condition.
Yeah, both the media and the sleeve are in mint condition.
Not banged up, not stained. no scratches. That one is in great condition.
Which is very cool because...
Oh, and hold on a sec, sorry. And it's original run. Like, there's nothing fancy about it. It's just the original first run in Canada.
Okay. And according to Discogs, which... Shout out to Discogs. We love that program. Yeah. This album, in its worst condition, would be worth $19.60. In mid condition, it would be $31.32. And yay, in mint condition, which ours is, $57.33.
Yay. Nice. Got some money right there.
Yeah.
I understand. It's a good album. It can be popular. I mean, I don't know how many they did for a run when it was original, but yeah, no, it's excellent.
All right, the next one is...
Oh, we didn't. Let's just finish our rating.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Our rating.
Ratings.
Yeah, well, because like I said, we kind of listened to it in a roundabout way anyway, so it's like, spin it again, or it's in the collection.
Yeah, it's collection worthy.
Collection worthy, yeah.
According to our criteria.
Criteria, which should probably change.
Yeah.
I think it's system out of 100 or something.
Yeah, or... Yeah.
This would be like an 85.
We'll talk about it offline.
Anyways, yeah, I'm collection worthy for sure. It's in there, and it's something that I would, if there was only 2 acts, it's something one of those ones I'd listen to.
Yeah, definitely.
Background music. So yeah, there we go.
That's for sure.
All right, down, Legend down.
Legend down, yeah. Okay, the next one is the original, I always say soundtrack, but it's not. Original London cast recording.
Yeah, it's recording all of the play, not like
of the actual play. Of the Vita. I turned the page back.
Indeed.
So, Evita is a musical based on the life of Vita Duarte, a B-picture Argentinian actress who eventually became the wife of Juan Perón, the president of Argentina. She was much loved and much hated, and this is the Broadway musical that was written about her. There are 3 main actors that they have listed on the front of the album. One is David Essex. He's an English musician, singer, songwriter, and an actor. And I've heard his name before a lot, probably in relation to Broadway plays, but when I look at his body of work, nothing really stuck out or seemed familiar to me. Yeah. And he plays the character of Shay. Elaine Page is an English singer who's best known for her work in musical theatre. And she's another one that I really have no knowledge about.
Or not because
probably, these 3 were probably very well known in the UK.
Oh, yeah. Especially
because it is the London cast recording. Yeah. And then Joss Ackland, an English actor who appeared in upwards of 130 films, television roles. He plays Perón. I did recognize some of his movies. The one that stuck out and made me LOL was The Mighty Ducks D3.
Yeah, that's a bit hard. My Ducks 3.
I think he played the guy who was the skate sharpener.
Yeah, you were saying that. Yeah, it's
the old dude.
Nonsense world, but yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
So yeah, that's pretty much what this album is about, and we'll get on to the song list now here. And I have to say, both of us absolutely hated listening to this album.
Yeah, which surprises me for you because you like this theater stuff. You're into the whole stage production stuff. I mean, right away, I'm aware of it, and like you, I've seen chunks of the movie. I don't care. I don't care about theater. I find it painful and unnecessary.
Well, for me, I think because I had no knowledge of the 3 main singers in the cast, I would much rather have watched the movie with Madonna and Antonio Banderas.
Well, because it's a theater recording, especially in the 70s, late 70s, and everybody's singing for the back of the room, so it's just it's up there all the time. It's just up there and kind of just bouncing along the ceiling. It's exhausting.
I guess for this one, I think I kind of need the visuals to kind of back it up.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'd rather watch the movie version of it.
Well, this goes back to the Monty Python thing, where, people in the 70s, I mean, we all had, Cheech and Chong albums and stuff, and sometimes you need visuals to go along with it. And this is one of those things where it's like a recorder at the back of the... I'm sure they did more than that. I'm sure they used proper people. Like a recorder at the back of the theater, and they just hit record. And that's it. Like, it's... I mean, I realize that's what these were, but man, it's harsh to listen to.
Yeah, it was very painful.
Yeah.
Very, very painful.
Yeah.
I think at one point I even asked you if we could stop.
Just skip it, yeah. It's like,
no, part of the rules is we have to listen to it.
We gotta go through it all.
So yeah, this was not...
Because anyway. So songs,
right.
let's get on with the songs, because I don't really have much to add, so this is really just going to be us naming
Yeah, I wonder if we even need to bother.
No, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's know.
Go ahead. Breathe them.
Okay, side one. I'll get side one, you get side two. Side one is Requiem for Vita. And number two is Oh What a Circus / Requiem. Yeah, I'll read them right here. Okay, number three is On This Night of 1,000 Stars. Number 4, Buenos Aires. Number 5, Good Night and Thank You. Number 6, I'd Be Surprisingly Good for You. Number 7, Another Suitcase in Another Hall. 8, A New Argentina.
Okay, and side B, the most probably popular song out of the entire
even if you don't
recording
dig it.
is Don't Cry For Me, Argentina.
You already knows that one.
High Flying Adored, Rainbow High.
And the money keeps rolling in and out. I kind of screwed that one up in the last episode.
And Waltz for Ava and Shay. She is a Diamond, and Lament.
I don't know nothing, nor do I care. So, yeah, like she said, this was one of the ones where it was painful to listen to, and it's just up there, and for some reason it just seemed to go on forever. I'm sure people will love this. I'm sure it was great, Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice and all that happy stuff. It's not for me.
And we should make mention too that this album in particular, is not part of Doug's dad's collection.
No, same with the last one too.
It was in a box of albums that we were given by a friend who was moving and didn't want to lug them along. So
yeah, these new shiny ones are definitely not part of the collection. Generally, when you see a new shiny one, it's not part. If it's beat the fuck up, is part of the collection.
Yeah, exactly.
So
producers on this album, there was many of them because it was a Broadway play.
Yeah,
and I didn't want to do the research into all of them because, frankly, I don't care.
Don't care.
But important to note is that the lyrics were by Tim Rice, and the music was by Andrew Lloyd Webber. So those two are pretty well known in the
they're no
musical
slouches.
theater industry.
They've won some shit.
They have. Yeah. So that's worth a mention. The album art.
Yeah, album art. That's about as basic as you can get. Because I love that whole silver on white on silver is just fantastic in low light situations. It's just text. It's just like
hashtag sarcasm.
Like there's nothing to it. So it's just like you got a card, picked up a card or a notice, a bill somewhere, and it's like, oh, there it is. There's all the information.
I think it does have. It opens up.
Yeah, I showed the good folks at home this already.
There are some cast.
The cast photos.
Photos.
Whatever.
And what about the inside? Oh no, there's nothing. Nothing on the inside sleeve.
No, it's just blank plastic.
Clear.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm going to give those boo marks for outside creativity on the album cover.
Yeah, exactly. The condition is the media is mint.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
The sleeve is near mint.
Stepping all over you. Yeah, mint.
But no matter how you cut it, good, bad, or indifferent, this album across the board is only worth $1.88.
Fuck 88, right there, boom. Send us $2, you got it. It's all yours. Eat it down. Obviously, I didn't even get to the rating. You guys know what the rating's going to be.
Dumpster.
Dumpster, fire.
Started with fire. Another album for the art projects.
No. Yeah, forget that crap.
Yeah.
Okay, down. Let's get rid of that one. Okay, it's gone. Vita can't hurt us no more. Okay, on to the next one.
The concert sounds of Henri Mancini.
How?
Which both of us were really looking forward to.
We were really, really looking forward to this one. It's not often. I find that the ones I'm looking forward to the most, I end up the most disappointed. And we'll find out in the next episode why. But, so we go to throw it on, and we're listening, and it's like, what the fuck is this? It's Nat King Cole. A Nat King Cole album inside the concert sound of Henri Mancini. This is some weird, cruel universe trickery bullshit.
We have found so many Nat King Cole albums in that box of albums that I used to be a fan, but quite frankly now, I never want to hear him again.
Yeah, I'm over Nat King Cole, man.
So, needless to say, both of us were very disappointed that it wasn't Henri Mancini.
Yep.
For me, it would have been a blast from my past. My dad used to love listening to this stuff.
Well, and I like the whole, because a good chunk of it is stuff from like Academy Award winning movies.
Exactly.
And this is this stuff I even now I like listening to. As you know, last year even at Coachella they had Hans Zimmer doing all of his movie music, and it was fantastic. I love this kind of stuff, but because it's not, it's just instrumental. Yeah, really looking forward to it.
And for what do they call those people that direct bands? What are they called?
Maestro?
Yeah, for him being a maestro, he's the shit. Like, he just,
Conductor, what the fuck?
Conductor,
yeah.
yes.
God damn,
yes,
brain. My brain is not... So anyways, it's...
Yours is better than mine, but...
We're not doing Nat King Cole anymore here. So
no.
This is down, gone.
Disappointed.
It doesn't count. Sleeves have to match the albums, and albums have to match the sleeves. We're not listening to it. Now... If we find the album that goes with that, we will absolutely do a review for it.
Exactly, yeah. In fact, we will be delighted to find the album.
There's a good chance that it's still in there somewhere.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, it is not in that one. So.
No.
All right, that's the end of the first episode back. Is there anything else that we need to...
And you can tell we're a little bit rusty.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
So, it's going to take us a couple of episodes to get our groove.
Well, because we've kind of altered a little bit how we're doing some stuff. I do like it better. So yeah, that's it. So good to see you guys again.
Like, subscribe, hit the bell to let you know when we have new episodes coming out. We're recording 2 today.
2 today, yeah.
So they should probably be up in short order as soon as Doug gets them, what do you call it? When you get them rendered? Edited?
One of those.
Whatever it's called.
Edited and rendered.
So there you go.
Okay. All right. See you later.
Bye.